Good morning, everybody. Welcome to our COVID daily meeting. Today is Wednesday, the 27th of May, and it's good to be back with you after a long holiday weekend. Let's start this morning by delving directly into the numbers. Here in the state, we are at 52,555 cases. It just went up a couple of hundred overnight, which is a good improvement over what had happened over the weekend, where we saw an increase of nearly 2,000. So those are good numbers. The total number of deaths here in the state of Florida is 2,259. Here in Pinellas County, our numbers look good with 1,196. It went up just 8 cases overnight, and our death total remained at 75. So Pinellas County continues to be stable, as is Pasco County. In the United States, we are at 1,681,000 cases with nearly 98,000 fatalities. We are in day 24 of Governor DeSantis's rollout of phase 1, and we are in day 9 of his secondary phase 1 removal of restrictions. Here at Regency Oaks, we are beginning to roll back our restrictions as well, and we are on the process of returning to normal. One of the things I'd like to do today, once we review the community numbers, is talk about our reopening plan for Regency Oaks. And we'll go to the slide presentation as soon as we look at the local numbers. We have currently 17 individuals in quarantine at the IL. These are people who are returning from hospital. We have 4 over in the health center. There is 1 staff member currently under quarantine as we test. We do not suspect a COVID exposure, but we do have her on quarantine until the test results are back. There are no residents currently suspected of having either flu-like or COVID symptoms, and we continue to have just 1 resident who has tested positive for COVID. He is back in the community and doing well. So we're back at the whiteboard and looking at the phase 1 reopening process for Regency Oaks. Some of the changes that we have included related to healthcare is our essential healthcare personnel can now enter the community with screening and temperature, provided they wear a mask and glove at all times. That's what has changed in phase 1 here at Regency Oaks. We never went to that level. We have always been allowing healthcare personnel access to the independent living residents. What's staying the same? Residents must wear masks in common areas, and we continue to offer daily wellness checks. It's mandatory for anyone on a 14-day quarantine. In our food and beverage, what is staying the same? We are continuing to not offer any sit-down dining venues, and all of the bars are closed. There are no self-service areas. Meal deliveries have continued. And then we have the traveling beverage and snack cart with proper social distancing and wearing masks. So that is the same. What we are rolling out are some changes in our delivery process. I know this was very confusing. We rolled this out last Thursday to be effective yesterday, Tuesday, and we could have done a much better job of communicating some of these changes and making it more clear. So I apologize for that failure of communication, but wanted to go through it one more time and make sure everyone was on track with where we're going. So we were able to open up a grab and go without supported seating. And so what that means is every day down on the breezeway, we will have fresh food available for grab and go, and you are able to take that, go to your apartment to eat it, go to the Grill on the Breezeway, the Alfresco Dining, the Town Hall, the North and South exterior lobbies. As long as we limit the number of people in any given area and we practice proper social distancing, we will be able to do that without supportive services. And supportive services are servers. So it is a grab and go, and you are responsible for finding available seating, maintaining good social distancing, and then picking up after yourself once you are done. Our food pickups continue to be available, and you can order that off of the blue side of the menu. Some confusion around the blue and the yellow choices. You may choose a blue selection or a yellow selection, or you may choose both on any given day. So today you may choose to eat in the grab and go and have a delivery. Tomorrow you may choose just to get a grab and go. It is entirely up to you. During this process, we continue to not charge for additional meals. We're not tracking additional meals. We want to make sure that as a resident of Regency Oaks, you have access to the food you need. To further support that, you also are able to get a salad, a breakfast item, whether it's a muffin or a box of cereal, milk, juice, coffee. We're trying to make sure that all the things you need to have a nutritious, well-balanced meal are available to you. And essentially what we have done so far is open it up to give you a fresh option. So the grab and go is cooked right there in front of you. It's hot, it's fresh, and it's available now. So here's our visitors and what is changing in phase one. In our independent living, spouses, partners, significant others, families may visit in exterior locations. So we are opening up exterior locations. You can go to the front lobby. You can go to any of the benches around the community. You cannot go to an interior outdoor space. So families are not welcome in the Grill on the Breezeway, the Alfresco Dining, or the deck. They are only welcome in our exterior outdoor locations. Our limit is 3 exceptions per day. So in the event that you feel like your family member needs to get to you and it's essential, the executive director is allowed to make 3 exemptions per day. What's staying the same? Visitors will continue to be screened, temperature checked, and they must wear a mask and gloves at all times. We are still not granting access on a routine, ongoing basis to any visitors, family members, friends, or individuals like bankers and tax return specialists. Those individuals are still denied access in our independent living. So next week in community life, this will be starting the first week of June, we will reintroduce staff-led activities for groups of 10 or less. And so that's in our independent living. Resident activities that are in small groups of 10 or less, they will begin as well. Our fitness centers, we opened last week, and so we already have opened our fitness centers with some restrictions. Regular staff cleaning is being enhanced. It's important to note that the staff cleaning is of common areas, not residential apartments. And then therapy services will resume. This is not the individual one-on-one therapy that you may be receiving. This is our group therapy that you may or may not be participating in. So housekeeping is a little different, and so what was the change that has been approved for phase one is modified housekeeping. And the goal is to limit the exposure, both the number of times that we are in the apartment and the duration. And under modified housekeeping, we would be able to do bed linens, clean resident bathrooms, and kitchens, while encouraging residents to leave or remain in another room. So here at Regency Oaks, we never went to the extreme that LCS and CDC were recommending. Their recommendation were all housekeeping services to be discontinued across the board. And so as they roll into phase one, that's really the phase that Regency Oaks has been at for the duration. So we are still not doing cleaning in any resident apartments in terms of routine cleaning, and that will not return until phase three. So just to talk about keys in phase one, the summary: visitor restrictions will continue. Executive director is allowed to make 3 exceptions a day for what's considered essential or end-of-life visitations. Masks are required in all common areas for staff members and suggested for residents. Our screening process will continue. We continue to encourage residents on a daily basis to come and have their temperature taken. That is our best defense, early warning system to assist you if you become ill. And we know that everyone is anxious to have access to family and friends. But because of the high risk exposure of our population, at this time that is not going to be possible, and we will continue to restrict visitors. One exception that has been made is that family members who want to visit their loved ones will be able to do so on an exterior outdoor location, but not an interior outdoor location. Continue to watch for Channel 732 updates and notices. We did put a notice in your box last Friday talking about some of the upcoming changes. One of the dangers that we have is of falling back because of an unexpected outbreak or individuals who are not practicing good social distancing. I am grateful for your ongoing support during this challenging time, and I ask that you act with prudence in the upcoming weeks. I also wanted to just take a minute to congratulate all of you on what a great job you have done in maintaining social distancing. Tiffany was able to roll out a surprise concert last Friday, and all the reports is that residents did a really outstanding job of practicing good social distancing and keeping yourself safe. The same is true from our dining experience last night, the first time we had opened up the breezeway. We had a lot of people who enjoyed it. We served about 120 people, and everybody did just a fabulous job of maintaining distance and being safe and wearing appropriate PPE. And so thank you so much. Those behaviors are exactly what we needed to have the confidence to move forward with the reopening of our campus. We are also excited to announce that Tiffany has arranged for another concert this Friday. It's the Boomer Band, and we've never seen them before. They were recommended by one of our residents. They play 40s and 50s music, and so I think it's going to be a great afternoon concert and a great way to kick off our weekend. So thank you so much. Again, we appreciate you tuning in. Everybody stay safe, and we'll see you about.